Hey guys, Rebecca here from the Bio Dude.
Welcome to our Tinley vlog. Similar to our Arlington one, we're going to take y'all along with us and show you what we do in preparation for our out-of-state shows and what it looks like for us. It takes us about a week to get all of our products collected, labeled, boxed up, and put on a pallet. Once the pallets have been stacked through a very mindful game of Tetris, we will strap and wrap them and then ensure that they are secure before loading them onto the freight truck. 9 out of 10 times, the driver will deliver everything to the convention on time before we even get there, but as some of you may know, that unfortunately was not the case this time around. We did have a very early flight to catch, so this is us around 4 in the morning on our way to Hobby Airport to catch our 5:30 a.m. flight. We try to schedule the earliest flights possible since setup does start at 12, so we want to get there as soon as possible. Once we got to the airport, we got all of our bags checked in and made our way to our gate. We did sit together just to capture this quick little clip, and then we shortly took advantage of the free seating on Southwest so that we could all get a window seat and maybe get a little bit more sleep in before our long day ahead. Considering it was a really early flight, we did have the opportunity to watch the beautiful sunrise, which was a great start to the day ahead of us. We did have a layover and had just enough time to get through the airport to get to our connecting flight. Each was about an hour and a half, which wasn't too bad, but it did give us a little bit extra time to get some good power naps in and get some good views. We landed in Chicago around 9 a.m. and made our way through the airport to go pick up our bags.
We made it! We made it to the beam!
Thumbs up!
Tinley is about a 45-minute drive from the airport, so we ordered the Uber to take us to our hotel so that we could get dressed for the day and get ready for setup.
As you can tell, we are super optimistic here. We are hoping that our pallets are at the facility waiting on us, but in the meantime, we did head over to Denny's to grab a bite to eat.
Once we arrived, it didn't take us long to realize that our pallets unfortunately were not there, considering we are one of the very first booths you can see when entering. We looked around this convention center thinking maybe they were just misplaced, but it's kind of hard to misplace 5 whole pallets.
Okay guys, we are at Tinley, NARBC in Illinois. However, our BioDude products are not here. We shipped about 5 pallets up here last Thursday. However, the shipping company that we use did have a cybersecurity attack, so they have been down since Monday. So we haven't had any tracking updates since Saturday. We did get on the plane hoping that they would be here because they did put out a statement saying that they were still making deliveries. As you can tell, we don't have any product at all. We did have our live bugs that showed up, so we have some cleanup crew. So if they don't show up by 6 p.m. tonight, we are gonna be here tomorrow to talk to everybody and still enjoy Tinley for a little bit, but then we are gonna get on a flight to go back to Houston, Texas around 8 p.m. So we are just keeping our fingers crossed that our pallets show up at 6 p.m. tonight. And we have an hour to unload, and then we're unloading really quickly in the morning for everyone. But at the moment in time, it's not looking so great. It is an unfortunate situation.
Hey Dude Crew. So I'm actually at the airport right now, and we just got the bad news that our pallets are essentially lost for the show. You guys know me, doing Tinley is one of my favorite things to do, and I was supposed to come up to this one, but unfortunately it's been really tough, and me losing out on the flights and the hotel, plus lodging the 4 staff members and not having any product there, and still having to pay for the tables and the sponsorship and the shipping, and losing all of my infrastructure for my 12 table booth. Big loss today. And I'm really sorry I can't be up at Tinley to celebrate such an amazing community with you guys. But I'll make sure I'm up there next year. And I'm really sorry, but we will keep on. But I appreciate everybody's support. Do the bites.
We decided to stay for the remainder of the day and make the best out of what we were left with. We set up our tables how we normally would so that we would have a better structure.
This is Riley, our marketing specialist. She is making some signs that we put out all around the table. One explained everything that was going on. This way, if we weren't at the table, people would still understand. And the other one was a discount code that we created exclusively for Tinley users. This way, they were still able to get our products.
So despite everything that we are going through right now, we do still want to take you behind the scenes and let you take a sneak peek at Tinley and what the VIPs get to see. So we're going to go take a walk around while we still have some time and get to see all the fun things that people are setting up at their tables.
We saw this table that had fully bioactive terrariums set up.
I wanted to get this so bad, but I knew that there was no way I could stuff that in my carry-on or my check bag without it breaking.
There was a wide array of plants on display, beautiful as always. This particular plant's leaves were humongous. The woman who purchased this one walked around the convention center like she had just won the lottery.
These pop machines take my money each year. I have 3 or 4 large isopods in my desk area. It's a really cool attraction where you get tokens and then you get to go see which one of these little cool figurines that you want. They have reptiles, they have food, they have plants.
It is officially day 1 here at NARBC Tinley. It is very cold for us Southerners, so we're all bundled up. But we still unfortunately do not have our pallets. We have all of our bugs that we did overnight ship here. We still have our brains, so we're gonna be here talking to people. We love being able to interact with you guys at these shows, give out our husbandry knowledge, have any questions, and just talk with you. So we will be here all of today, but we are gonna get on a plane and fly home tonight, so we're in our beds tomorrow.
We're crossing our fingers and toes.
I love them.
Tinley is one of the biggest shows of the year, and it is busy the moment it opens up. People immediately start flooding in, and it only progresses as the day goes on. There is over 200 vendors here and so much to see. You can walk around for over 30 minutes and still only be on one side of the convention. We did run into one of our sponsors, which some of you may be familiar with.
So I'm gonna let him introduce himself and
My name is
about it.
Richard. I am from the Tarantula Collective here at Tinley, checking out the show. Excited to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Kind of bummed that Josh isn't here, but
it's a little bit of an unfortunate
Yeah.
situation, but we're gonna make we're making the best of it. We
Heck
love talking
yeah.
to people here. That's our favorite thing for these shows is being able to interact with people and being able to have those like enriching conversations with people. So we're still
Right.
being able to do that here, so that's fun.
yeah.
But
Very
yeah,
cool.
Richard's one of our really biggest sponsors too. Your code does great, like
Thank you.
really really great, guys.
Yeah.
And it's really nice partnering with people who are on the same level of husbandry standards and pursuing those types of things. And his videos, guys, they're top notch.
Thanks.
They really
I
are. They're
appreciate
really touching to see other people have such a like fortitude for this.
I think it's really important right now, just because the tarantula hobby is getting so big,
It is.
to really kind of level up our husbandry and make sure that we're giving them the best possible life that they can,
Yep.
not just a sterilite box and cocoa
Thriving
fiber.
versus surviving. Yeah, we
and
want
the more
them to thrive.
research that is coming out that on tarantulas is proving they're more intelligent and
Yeah.
they needed more enrichment than what we might be giving them. So
Yeah.
working, with you guys is awesome because you get some amazing
That's our
substrate
goal
that is
here.
perfect
Yeah.
for arachnids, and then all of the cool cork barks and plants and everything else like it.
Yeah, you get pallets at a time, like legitimate pallets of stuff from us every single time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awesome.
amazing. And you guys should come by the studio sometime.
Yes, we are
Love to have
we
you.
are gonna plan that out one day when Josh finally gets to go up there and y'all get to do a build. It's gonna be really awesome.
Yeah, it'll
So
be cool.
Since we had a little more free time than we normally would, we did take the opportunity to go around and talk to some of the other vendors and give them a chance to share and showcase what they were doing here and tell us about their companies. So let's meet some of them.
So my name's Tony Wigley from the UK. We have an organisation called Responsible Reptile Keeping. And what we do, we're essentially a dedicated media department for the international reptile trade and the international reptile hobby and the community. The animal rights groups have had a really good time of distributing misinformation about what we do and what we stand for. So what we do is essentially 3 or 4 different things. We try to refute the misinformation that comes out of animal rights groups. We try to also tidy up some of the problems that a minority of reptile keepers that cause problems for other keepers. We're also politically active in the UK and in Europe, and we're also singing the praises of, as I mentioned previously, private keepers who have done so much to advance herpetology. We're here in the USA making contacts and hoping to gain support from keepers and from stores and from businesses. So if you like the idea of what we do, if you can see that there's a need for the reptile hobby and the reptile community to look after our image and look after what people understand about reptile keeping, then take a look at our website. We're at responsiblereptilekeeping.org. It'd be great to have you on board. Thank you very much for having me.
Hi, I'm Alexa, and I am with the U.S. Pet Amphibian Healthy Trade Group, and we are working to improve the trade by having opportunities to hear from people who own pet amphibians, as well as businesses who are also working to have a cleaner trade. And one of the things that we're asking is that people just fill out a quick survey, 10-15 minutes. You can find it online. And we're just asking some information, basic things. How long have you owned pets? How do you handle them? What do you do when they get sick? And we're using that information to provide educational materials and to promote a certification program for businesses so that when you go to buy something in the future, you'll know that it was handled correctly to prevent spread of disease, to have healthier pets. So we'd love to have people get involved and to follow our Facebook page. Thank you.
I'm Paul from Custom Reptile Habitats, and I was just going to talk about the substrates and the bioactive phenomenon, if you like. In recent years, it's taken off to an extent where it's almost changing the industry. I haven't been to this show for maybe 5 or 6 years, and things have changed, everything's improved, but one of the biggest things I think that's changing the industry is the whole bioactive substrate phenomenon. So we only use the BioDude, use it pretty much exclusively. All of the products work so well. We've got vivariums that are years old. So if you're in the Dayton area, come and see us. We've got a complete line of the BioDude products, and we'd love to see you.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I'm with a company called Owaza. Today we're here at our booth, and I've got both the BioOrb Air 30 as well as the BioOrb Earth on display here. So we've got 2 different types of terrariums and a vivarium here. So the BioOrb Air 30 is an all-in-one solution for keeping either arid, temperate, or tropical plants indoor year-round. They actually have a fan system as well as a humidifier. It does come with a remote as well too, so you can basically set settings and get it set to whatever length of photo period that you need, and whatever climate that you're trying to maintain as well too. That's the BioOrb Air in a nutshell. And then on the other side we have the bigger cousin, and this is the BioOrb Earth. So this is our vivarium that's meant for animals. So you have your drain line on the side here. So if you build up too much moisture or too much water in the drainage layer, you can drain that water out. You've got all of your electronics are hidden behind the unit itself. You've got the 2 plant lights, different reds, and then also your UV lighting right here as well too. You can do the disco light effect if you wanted to. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do with it. Yeah.
One of the cool perks of these shows is Timberline will give out feeders on Sunday. So they give out a bunch of free bugs like mealworms, crickets, fruit flies, and hornworms. Not only do they hand out free bugs, but they actually give out some free educational material, which is really nice.
A lot of the people did come up to us asking us about the geckos and where they were hidden. Sadly, we were not able to play this game with y'all this year because along with everything else, they were hidden on the pallets. We truly do love this interactive game and having the chance to engage with you guys on a more personal level. They will be here next year and hidden for you guys to find. Stay tuned for that. NARBC always brings in such a cool variety of reptiles to look at, but in addition to the living creatures, there's also a lot of other things here, such as jewelry, oddities, art, and more. Personally, the oddities are my favorite things at these shows. Both Josh and I ended up getting a deer skull, which was interesting to bring through TSA. They did end up pulling us aside.
She was a really good sport, and she just told us to have a nice day and go on along with our way.
Adeline Robertson's art is always a part of these shows, and typically her designs are found on the NARBC t-shirts. Her stuff is outstanding. I even have a few of her own pieces in my collection. Her and her partner did get married at the auction, which was super sweet. Although we were unable to attend, we were there in spirit, and we just really wanted to quickly say congratulations. Something that is pretty cool about these shows is a lot of people tend to bring their own pets or have ones to show people who attend. This Tegu was just hanging out. He did kind of have human-like eyes, so it was kind of a weird staring contest between us at times.
Jeepers, creepers, how'd you get those peepers?
Here you can see this pink millipede, which I thought was really, really neat. When 5 o'clock hit, it was time for us to get ready to leave to catch our flight home. This was the fastest that we have ever packed up our tables, considering we only had the cleanup crew left. We put them back into the same box that they arrived in, and we gave them to Redline Shipping so that he could send them back to us, and we did receive them the next Wednesday. We changed into our airport clothes and we called the Uber. He took us to the airport so that we could catch our 8:20 p.m. flight back to Houston, Texas. Despite everything that was going on, it meant a lot to us to have such a supportive group of people surrounding us. We had so many other vendors come up and share their similar experiences and offer to help in any way possible. Even though this wasn't what we expected to happen, we did still enjoy having the opportunity to talk with everybody. This is something that we never want to experience again, and there was no way for us to anticipate or even prep for this kind of situation. On the bright side, we did hear back from the freight company Monday morning, letting us know that they did locate our pallets and they were able to ship them back to us in Texas. Right now, it is October 18th, and they did let us know that the pallets did arrive in the Houston terminal, so we should have them by the end of this week. After a short 3-hour flight, we did land back in Houston, Texas around 12 a.m. We went to baggage claim to get all of our things, and then we headed back to the Bio Dudes so we could get in our own cars and go home to our own beds. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming along with us on this crazy journey. We will be back next March to see you all, so until then, stick around and see what more we have in store. Dude abides!